So today we're going to be going over how to convert fractions, percentages, and decimals from one form to another and how to solve problems given multiple types of forms of an integer. So for example, if you're adding a fraction to a percentage, look at is converting from a percentage to a decimal. So the easiest and simplest way to say how to do this is to move the decimal place left 2 places. So we're moving from in front of the 6 to in front of our 4. So our new decimal place is going to be right there. So mathematically, this would be dividing the percentage by 100, therefore moving it left 2 places. So if we were to convert 48.6% to a decimal, it would be 0.486, or 486 thousandths. To go over is converting from a decimal to a fraction. There are 3 steps in order to do this. The first step is going to be to convert to a whole number. What I mean is to make this into a whole number, so just multiply it by 100 or by 1,000 or by how much you have to make it go over. So I'm going to make this go over 100, so I'm going to convert this to 40, so I'm going to multiply it by 100, so I can get 40 as my whole number that I'm converting it to, and then I'm going to place that over 100 or 1,000, it really just depends. I could also place this over 100, but for visual sake, since it's out of 100, I'm just going to put 40 over 100 to be the most visually appealing, and then I'm going to simplify this, so both these numbers can be simplified down to 2 over 5 or 2/5. So that would be your answer. So my first step to convert to a whole number, that's where I got 40 from. My second step is to place over 100, or if you're going to multiply by 1,000, then place over 1,000, multiply by 10. So place over that 10's digit number, and then we're going to simplify it. So 4/10 is equal to 2/5, and that's our answer. Fraction to a decimal. So we're going to divide the numerator by the denominator. So in this scenario, we're going to divide 1 by 8. So we're going to make our little long division here. We'll put our 8 on the outside. Start by giving ourselves a decimal place. So we're going to do 10 divided by 8. That's 1. We're going to subtract our 8. And then that'll give us 2. We're going to bring down this 0 here. 20 divided by 8, that's 2. Then we're going to bring down our 16. And then we'll be left with 4. And obviously, since 40 is a multiple of 8, so this would be 5. So that would give us that our answer, 1/8 is equivalent to 125 thousandths. Convert from a percentage to a fraction. There's 2 steps to this. First we convert to a decimal, and then we convert to a fraction. So remember, when converting to a decimal, we're just going to move this decimal place left 2 places. So 14% is equivalent to 14 hundredths. And then, remember, when we're converting to a fraction, we multiply by 100, so we can put 14 over 100. And then our last step in converting from a decimal to a fraction is simplifying. So we're going to divide these both by 2, so we can get 7 on top and 50 on the bottom. So that would be your answer. 14% is equal to 7 over 50. A percentage, this is just as easy as converting the other way around. So for this one, we will move the decimal places 2 places to the right, or we will multiply by 100. So 27 hundredths is equal to 27%. And that is your answer. To a percentage. There's 2 steps of this: convert to a decimal and then convert to a percentage. So the first step is to convert to a decimal. Remember, we divide the numerator by the denominator. Just simple long division. Remember, we bring out our decimal. And you will keep getting 0.3 or just 3 as the answer. So the answer is 0.3 repeated, or 0.33 repeated, whatever you want to write. And that little line up there just means that that number is going to be keep repeated in the or set of numbers. So that's our decimal. And then we're going to convert that decimal to a percentage. And remember to convert from a decimal to a percentage. Remove the decimal place to the right 2 spots, so our answer would be 33.3%. And if you want to write the line over that 3, that's perfectly fine, but that would be your answer. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up, and if you want to see more videos like this, remember to subscribe and comment down below any video suggestions or questions that you may have.